All right, everybody. Hey, welcome. So welcome to my new channel. This is for the Pals 1 Godforge channel. What we've been doing is we've been covering the beta, and it's been 7 days now that the beta's been out. So I thought I would shoot a video. Normally we've been streaming this game at night after work, putting in some streams. But I thought I would sit here and talk to you about my impressions that I've gotten for this last week. So just so you guys know, I've been following Hell Hades since he was been started playing on Raid Shadow Legends. So I've been religiously playing Raid Shadow Legends, been religiously watching him, and then when he announced that he was going to be making a game, got really excited for it. And it's been a long process over the years, watching him, listening to some of the videos and some of the other content creators about Godforge, the alpha release, and seeing how everything's been going. I didn't get a chance to participate in that, but with the open beta, I signed up for it as soon as I heard that they were releasing an open beta. And then I think the day the beta came out, I saw Simon do a video with Ash of Raid Shadow Legends on Ash's YouTube channel, and they were talking about, this might be a good opportunity for some people to get into content creating. So I've dabbled in gaming streaming, streamed a lot of Division 2 and Destiny, and a little bit of Arc Raiders here and there. So I figured, let's give this a try and see how we can do with Godforge. So Godforge Beta's been out now for 7 days, and sorry for rambling, but this is just a video off the cuff. So let's get into it. There was a slightly update today. I haven't read through the update notes to see what it is, but I'm gonna just turn down the music a little bit. Knowledge. You always got to get knowledge coming into this game. It takes an enormous amount of these scrolls to upgrade them and move on, as well as let's get something nice out of here. Oh, we got 5. Awesome. So let me just turn down the music just a little bit, make it so you guys can still hear the music. The music's been pretty good in this game. I do like the music quite a bit. I know they put in a lot of work into it. The music, the sound effects, that stuff's been great. Right now we are on the PC client, so this is a cross-platform mobile game as well as PC. You can pick it up on Android and Mac or iOS or phones. I don't know what I don't have an iPhone, but I use an Android. But right now this is on the PC. So let's just go ahead and talk real quick about the game. So my first impressions, this game it's been pretty good. I can see myself moving forward and playing this, on the daily. Or I still play Raid Shadow Legends on the dailies, and this has been a nice thing to get into and see how how this game has been coming along, how it's been developed. And like I said, hearing all the other content creators talk about it. I've been watching a lot of Scratch videos. He has a secondary channel now for Scratch Godforge, and that's basically took the advice that I saw him giving out, and I started creating my own Godforge secondary account as opposed to my primary streaming account, which is very, very small. So let's talk about this game. This game has got a lot of grinding, an enormous amount of grinding. Let's just go over the heroes real quick, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this hero right here, Nintura, I got from the mini game. There was a mini game that was released sometime last year. I want to say like right around October. If you played this browser mini game online, you were able to get some rewards from it. I wasn't able to play it too much, maybe because technically I really just didn't understand what the mini game was about. But I was able to get Nintura This guy is a tank. I will tell you that he is an amazing tank. Um, I've ran dungeons, multiple dungeons to farm gear and farm essential materials and farm knowledge. And there's been plenty of times where my entire team has died in the middle of wave 3. And this guy has survived and killed the boss. He is just amazing. He's tanky as all heck and does a little bit of damage in the meantime. There was some challenges that we did, the first couple days of the beta that came out, and I was able to pull Mulan. Here's the thing about these games. The day this game came out, there were several content creators, several YouTubers that came out with tier list for champions. I am not that heavily into this game or any game to create tier list. I just thought that was a little premature. These are just my thoughts talking. A little premature to come out with tier list on day 1 and 2 of the beta, because then you get some misconceptions about who to use, who not to use, who to spend resources on, who to dismiss. And a lot of people on those videos, I probably shouldn't have watched them, but I did out of curiosity. A lot of people were talking about Mulan, how she wasn't that great, how she didn't do good. I want to say that she has no AoE abilities, but she hits like a truck. And then I was able to put a sword on her that gave her like a 5% damage to the enemy team. So if she hit, let's just say she hit someone for 100 damage, she would give 5% damage to the people in the area, which it's been great. But this champion does hit. She hits incredibly hard. This guy right here, Sun Tzu, he's pretty good with getting your faith up, and faith is what you need for your ultimate. So that came around. That was pretty good. And then I pulled Mordred just a couple days ago. I wasn't too sold on Mordred in the beginning, but after playing with him for a while, I was really sold on his animations. That the animations in this game are nuts. I do love the animations. So just watching his animations, I was like, okay, this guy looks cool. So I just left him in there doing some auto battles on campaign, trying to farm some XP. It's not really XP, but I was just trying to farm that so I can get everybody up to level 40. And then over time really grew to like him quite a bit. My starter champion, I chose Ramsey. Now I know everyone was like, you got to start off with Ramsey, at least all the videos from people participating in the alpha and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm fidgeting with my glasses because I'm nervous. I've never made a talking head video like this before. But anyways, I regardless of what the other videos were saying, I chose Ramses because I just like the name. I like the name, didn't know nothing about him. But then playing with him, he is really good. He's got an AoE acid attack. It does really good, especially with the enemy team being like half health or a quarter health. If he gets that ability up, he'll take out with the AoE damage, he'll take out the team. He's been pretty good. Now I just pulled Hattori Hanzo. So I just pulled him the other night. I haven't really played with him. I left him in campaign battles so he can just basically get to level 40. So as time goes on, we'll play a little bit more. We'll do some more night streaming, after work and after school. I just started back at school trying to get my BSN. I have my ADN right now. So between, the game, a little bit of streaming here and there, and then work, we should be able to get a little bit more of the game in, and that'd be great. We're just gonna sort by rarity real fast. I haven't really, as you can see, I haven't really played with anyone else. I did make food, a bunch of fodder, because I want to get Mulan and Natura up to 5 stars. Now, going through the stars of 4 stars, 1 stars, 2 stars, it's basically like any other game. You have uncommons, which are your grays. You have commons, which are your greens, and then rares, and then legendaries. I will say they all start off at level well, they all start off at level 1, but they all start off at 1 star. You would think that a uncommon would be a 1 star, common would be a 2 star, rares would be a 3 star, epics would be a 4 star, and legendaries maybe a 5 star, but they don't. They all start off as level 1 star. So you have to do a tremendous amount of grinding. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm also grinding like low level campaigns, but just the grinding alone, it's been a little overwhelming. And then the other thing is too, is like when they max out, they stop getting experience, and then you have to promote them. So you could be grinding like 20 levels on campaign on auto, and then have to start it because then you had to come back here and do the ranking system. So that's just been something getting a little bit having to get used to, is the ranking system, and then the grinding. So here's an example. When I got Mordred, I got him, I was playing with him a little bit here and there, got him up to level 30. And then I took him into campaign. So I'll tell you, the campaign we went into is basically the highest one that I can farm right now, which is Aru. I haven't gotten all the stars yet, but I've been farming Aru here. So Aru stage 9, I've been farming it with all these characters, my main characters, Milan, Ramses, and Ventura. Let me put them back in. These are what I've been using to farm, and then I put in Mordred. Right, Mordred at level 30 to level 40 was 54 campaign auto battles on Aru level 9. Now that to me, that was quite a bit, because the way that the XP is supposed to be like a waterfall XP, where if this character is full, everything flows to the next character and the next character. Well, at the time when I was farming, all 3 of these were at 40, so all the XP I thought should have went to Mordred. But it's still 54 battles from level 30 to level 40, 10 levels, 54 auto battles. Now that was quite a bit. Now the only thing that's been working out in the favor of the beta is the amount of energy that they give you. They gave you an exorbitant amount of energy. If this was regular game or like other games where they only give you, so like here, you're gonna get 125 energy before it caps out and doesn't do anymore. So you're gonna have to use that and then wait for it to fill up to get another 125 energy. It just seems like the amount of energy it takes to rank up the characters has been a lot, and I just, maybe because the game is new, maybe because I'm new to the game, maybe because it's in beta, I'm not really used to it, or in other games that you've been playing for years, you're not paying attention to all that stuff. But it just seemed like it was quite a bit. I will say they've been very generous with the calendars, everything that we've gotten, on the calendars. There are some things that are bugged out. The bazaar is really cool because you can come in here and buy one of these a day with the chance to get all this. I've never pulled a flawless one from the daily cache. I've only usually gotten mortal stones. The aether stones are very stingy in this game to try to get the mortal aether stones. You'll get, like, in one night of farming, you'll get 50 of these. That's not a problem, but you cannot get any of these. So I got one. That's the first blue one I've ever gotten from the daily cache. Normally I come here and I'll pull the 20, and you get 2 to 4, which is great. I haven't gone through any of the store. to purchase any of these. Gold here is a commodity. Gold and Aether Storm. There's three things major that's very hard to get in here. The gold, these higher quality Aether Stones, and then the experience potions. So right here. So let's just go to a different one, just so you guys can see. Let's find okay, right here. So we have an epic, Hound of the Duat. If I want to promote him from basically level star 1 to the second star, it takes 10,000 hero XP. Excuse me, apologize. And then you can go in here, you can autofill, and it'll take the soul of a rare. But then if I want to go to level 3, this is what I learned today on another video, thumbing through this. Thumbing through this on a mobile is a little difficult to get this slider right where you need it, because you know, if you just slide it just a little bit, you're going to use more XP than necessary. And then someone today, I haven't tried it on mobile, but at least on PC, is someone today, I was watching a video today because I was watching a video. I commute to work, so I was just watching videos. If you just click on the star, it'll automatically go to the star. Now I wish I would have known that. Like, that would have been great, because on mobile I have fat fingers and I'm constantly going just past it. See, instead of stopping at level 20, which would have been here, it goes up. But let's say I wanted to use this guy for food and take him to 5 stars, so you can make 5 stars to get a 6 star, right? So 1 6 star takes 5 stars, 5 stars, and it take 24 stars, so on and so forth. So you need an enormous amount of they're not champions, they're called avatars, to get them up here. And then you have to fill these in. Well, so I got all these I can fill in. I'm not going to use it right now because I'm saving it for Mulan. Mulan's going to be my first 5-star character. We'll do that tonight after this video. But you can see that just the grind, there's so much. Now I understand, right? I've played Elder Scrolls. We would sit in that dungeon, forgot what it's even called, where you would sit there for a week grinding your character to level 80, you know, with 50 other people in the map. So I understand about the grind, but it just seems like it's quite a bit. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Hero XP is hard. I have 2 million right now. That'll go in a heartbeat. It'll be gone. That'll go very quickly. I will say they did an amazing job on the way these characters look. So let's just let's just go back. Let's look at some of the low level characters. The way they design the characters looks amazing. I will say it's a little cartoonish though, but it is amazing. I know this has still got a lot more to do, a lot more fine tuning, but the characters, they look really good. They put a lot of work into the characters. You can see one thing, being a male in a gaming community, I wish the females were a little bit more female-ish, if that makes sense. Something like this, I guess. I don't know, but it's pretty crazy to see. Like, these characters look cool. So Jackal. So look at the way Jackal looks. Jackal looks good, but then he just looks so stiff, right? This just all looks very painted, very stiff. If you look at the overall design, I didn't see that. This Jackal got like a tattoo or a brand on him, but it just looks very stiff, very plastic-like, almost like a plastic figurine. If that's probably hit it on the head right there. He looks like a plastic figurine. So look at the Jackal, right? And then let's go to the other one we got, the epic that we just showed you earlier, the Hound. Maybe a little bit recycled. Okay, so Jackal, uncommon champion, gray. This one I'm going to click on right now, so pay attention. Same exact animal, just with armor on it, right? No other design change other than adding the armor. Still has the same branding, still has the same plastic character kind of thing. I didn't notice that till right now. So, and then I haven't played with Jackal either, so I wonder what other characters were recycled. I don't know who this guy is, but for a rare, this guy looks crazy. Dagonet, Jester Knight. He looks, I will say this guy looks cool. Just the way it is. But I just think like it's very plasticky, cartoonish. I don't know. You know, you get a little bit away from the cape and stuff like that. I guess that's, you know, that's not bad. I will say that I'm bouncing around all over the place. I will say though, playing on PC has been very good as far as the beta goes. It has crashed a couple times. It's beta, right? So the whole point of the beta is to get people in here, get them to play, get them into the game and start reporting some of these bugs that maybe their quality department hasn't really caught or seen. But so you know, this is just beta is a mass test. So I get that. So characters aside, the characters are great. Game mechanics are pretty good. Let me show you something about the gameplay. In the dungeon, I believe it's Hag's Hollow. Let's just start it real fast. It's a minute. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but let's just start it. We got everybody in here that should be able to go through this pretty fast. And then the rift keys. We'll get back to the rift, but I just want to talk about the game mechanics of the Hag's Hollow. We're on auto, so over here is auto. I do enjoy that they gave us a 3x speed. That's what I'm talking about. On you see the mechanics, the way they're swinging it, everything has. Okay, I'm sorry, we gotta go in. You don't get these rifts that often, and the rifts aren't explained anywhere. So let's just go in. You guys can see what the rift looks like, since we're gonna be there anyways. You see the animations on the animations are just so good on the characters. I'm not trying to be a fanboy, I just really enjoy the animations. Okay, see what I talked about? I told you Ramsey, as long as they're, you know, a little less than half, quarter. Okay, so the totems. This is probably my favorite gameplay. These totems will res her. Gratch Ebian, whatever her name is. And then the names in here are weird. They're not like regular names. They're just like some consonants and vowels that were put together to name some of these people. Maybe there's lore behind it. I don't know, but there is a lot of lore in here. Dracula lore, Raw lore, Heimdall and Allfather lore. This game is full of separate types of lore. But as far as the gameplay, I just really enjoyed fighting this lady. Because the totems, when I was lower level, it was a little bit more difficult. The totems would constantly heal her, bring up her health bar and stuff like that. And then there's so much resources in here that you need. So like a dungeon, right? This is called a dungeon. I am only on stage 1. We could go higher. We'll go higher later when we live stream. But you only get 7.6k hero XP, and you only get 2. I think they're the whetstones, right? Sharpening stones. You only get 2, and you need these to upgrade your armor. Let's go. Okay, let's go look at the armor. So you go to Smitty. All these are level 10. Let's just grab this bow. So if I want to refine this bow from level 1 to level so you can go to level 4 and use 18 whetstones. So for me to go to, it's 6, that's a quarter of my whetstones to upgrade one weapon to level 10. I think the mechanics of the weapons is really good. They got this idea, so you can make a million different combinations of the weapons if you go to imprint. So I'm going to take this bow. Where'd the bow go? I'm going to take this bow. I'm going to add an imprint. So then we have these imprints from all the champions that, I mean, obviously I don't have all their souls, but all these, so this guy. So I can imprint the divine bow with Dagonet, and then it's like a small version of their passives. Dagonet will give me this buff. Nanaya. See what I'm talking about on the names? Okay. When an enemy casts an ultimate ability, decreases the divinity of other enemies by 7.5%. So each one will give you a piece of their passives, which is big. Odysseus, Musashi, Mordred, Kenshin, Jiwitan. Like maybe I'm just bad at pronouncing names. Jitian, I guess. And then Savarog. I don't know. Savarog. Oda Nobunaga. Like the guy that created, I don't know if these are all historical names, but the guy that created these names this is crazy. Heimdall, okay, classic one. Belobog, Athena. So there's also Greek lore in here, right? Talk about Zeus and Hades and everything else. So there's a lot in here. You're not gonna pull those ones yet. These I just got, so that's not fair. And then I got 5 of these today. This came in a calendar thing. Got like 5 of them yesterday. I've been hoarding on to the 5 I had before to try to get to 10 so we can pull them on stream. These, we just got 5 of them today, but these, the mortal ones you can get just by farming everything else. Just trying to think what else we can talk about. The quest, so the missions for this, some of these are bugged out. Okay, let's go here. Complete all 3-star objectives on Olympus. Now this is the only thing, this is what I say I do like about the 3-star objectives in campaign. And this was very confusing. Let's just go here. Let's just go back to it. So on this whole campaign, Aru Realm, I've only done 1 star, right? Normally on other games that have the star system on campaign, you have to basically complete all 3 requirements in the same round to get all 3 stars. This is not the case in this game, which I like. So stage 1, let's look at the requirements. We're going to talk about the cutscenes too. We'll go back and talk. I am all over the place and I apologize. I'm sorry. I know. So the requirements. Let's clear the stage. That's 1 star. So I cleared all the way up to stage 9 or level 9. Or stage 9. So I got 1 star. Clear the stage under 20 turns. That is very difficult, at least starting off in the game. I'm sure once we get overpowered, you're going to come back and revisit these campaign stages. But here's the other thing that gets you. Clears the stage having 1 hero of each affinity in the team. These are the hard ones because some of the other ones are going to tell you what champions to use. Right? So let's just go what the one I was working on. Okay. Virage, right? So Virage to 3-star Virage. Well, this one was easy, only Chaos champions. So you can go through here and edit, and then you'll go to your Chaos or your orders, right? One of these is 1, and one of them, my dog is tripping. And then there's no names here on the archetypes, allegiance, like you have to guess. Literally what I have to do is I open up a website that I can click on and filter. Whoa, don't need to pull that out. close all. That wasn't on stream. I don't think it was. So there's this website that I've been having to use. It's called Raven Pyros. So if you go to Raven Pyros, and you can select or filter the different types of factions, the different types of architects. So architects are going to be brawler, and yeah, you have to go through this website to figure out what these are because they don't tell you. Like I can, unless I'm going to memorize all these little symbols, like that's very difficult to do, at least in a new game. Even if you've been playing a game long enough, it's still going to be very difficult to do, right? So I go to this website, ravenpyros.com, and then it tells you the so these on the archetypes. This one is a brawler, this one's a defender, this one's disruptor, this one's invoker, this one is a slayer. But unless you're sitting there and you're memorizing all this stuff, why can't they just put the names like when you click on it or something? And then the affinities, there's 4 affinities. So this snake thing, this is cunning, so snake is cunning. This red one is strength. The blue one is wisdom. Blue is wisdom, and then this purple is eternity. I'm sorry, eternal. So you have to go through here and you have to memorize all that stuff. And then there's 2 types of allegiances, right? So there's order and chaos. So whenever I want to 3-star something, I have to open up a website just to help me out. Like, I don't think that's cool. But back to the 3 stars. I will say the cool thing is, in order for us to do it, if you want to clear it 3 days, let's say when you're just new to the campaign, you're just barely making it through. Okay, you're gonna get the 1 star. If you have enough heroes that might be ranked up, you can do whatever the 3rd requirements are. But some of them are hard, like especially starting off. Like one of them was to do it with this guy's archetype. Forgot what it was. This guy's archetype, as well as, and I started ranking up this guy so I could 3-star. He's only level 27 now, so we haven't gotten to the 3 stars yet. But I don't have him in a higher type of character, right? So the good thing is the star requirements. If you want to clear the stage 3 different times, you can do that and still get all 3 stars. The bad thing about these requirements is not knowing what all the little icons are. That's the other hard part. Now the thing that bugs me on this is the cutscenes. The cutscenes are amazing. They did a really good job on the cutscenes. Some of the cutscenes don't have voices yet. Some of them have voices on the last part of the cutscene. That's great. But whenever you click on a stage, you're forced to go through the cutscene again. Like, I think watching it once is good. Or let's say once you 3-star it, once you 3-star something, I shouldn't have to watch the cutscene all over again, right? I know, developers and the creators, they put a lot of time into developing the story of the game and going through the cutscenes and creating the cutscenes and doing the dialogue. That's all great. Like I said, the cutscenes in here are awesome. But I don't want to watch them every time I click on to a thing. Now you can go through here, but why even have that option to force you to start it? Click on another button to avoid watching the cutscene for the 900th time because you're trying to do the level over or trying to accomplish the star system or something. I just think the cutscenes are thrown in your face every time you want to click on a level. That gets a little annoying. But like I said, the stories have been great. The cutscenes have been great. Watching it through for the first time. Shouldn't have to keep watching it over and over and over again. One other thing about PC, let me just say on PC, in order for me to go back, you have to hit this button. I would love it if I could just hit escape and have it back out for me. Like I'm clicking escape but I can't go. It doesn't go anywhere, right? Click and escape. It doesn't take me back anywhere. You have to click on that button. So that, I mean, that's, well, that's little things, right? That's just me nitpicking things. Overall impressions. I think this game's gonna be big. I think the way that Simon and his team over at Fearless are doing it, they're not settling. If you hear him talk about the videos that he's been doing, the releases, he keeps everybody up to date. If you guys are involved in the Discord, you can see that they're always posting about what's coming next, or what they're working on, what they fix, what they, what they're gonna get to. All that stuff's been great. The content creator program, I'm no content creator. I want to be. I'm gonna try to be. The support they give you there has been great. This game it is beta. You can tell that it is a beta. It's got a lot of things that need to be fixed up, and then I'm just not into this cartoonish stuff. You know what I mean? Like, clean it up a little bit, make the lines cleaner. I know you can only do so much on mobile, right? I get that, but some of the other mobile games look amazing. That's it. That's my thoughts. That's my praises to the team. My nitpicking of little stuff. Like I said, it's beta. We all just got to know it's beta. Do I enjoy playing it? Yes, I do enjoy playing it. I do enjoy the game mechanics. Some of the dungeon bosses are kind of like repeat of other dungeon bosses. You can, even at a low level, you can still brute force your way through some of the dungeons. Here's a tip that I get that I want to give to the development team. Now, this is just me. I am the biggest autoplay person on any game, right? I like creating the team, getting them geared, getting them leveled to pass whatever difficulty I'm on. And then after that, it's straight autoplay on everything. But if they want the community to learn the characters better, to learn the skills better, to learn what their teams are doing better, I think they should make the autoplay. And this is going to affect me. Believe me, it's going to affect me, because I'll throw in champions and just hope it works and hit autoplay. But if they want the community to buy into the game and have a stake in the game, I think they should make the autoplay something you earn. I think you shouldn't get autoplay until you've finished a certain level. That's just me, because the very first couple days of streaming, I was going through trying to learn everybody, and then after that I kind of just put on autoplay. But then I missed what the champions were doing for a stream or two, until I went back to what I was doing. I went back to forcing myself to learn the characters. I went back to forcing myself to learn their skills, to see which ones are doing what. And it did make the game more enjoyable, but then you have more invested in it. But to be able to go straight to a level that you haven't beaten before and just put it on autoplay, kind of takes away from it. But yes, like I said, it's a double-edged sword, because I am a huge autoplay person, and I'm kind of maybe speaking to myself and hoping that myself would be better, especially if I want to start creating content for a game. I have to start learning about the characters and learning what they do and see which ones work together. I have to do that deeper dive, and I think immediate autoplay took away from that a little bit. So that was a long enough rant, guys. This video is going to go up on YouTube. It's going to be unedited, because I don't know how to edit anyways. I know I should probably learn DaVinci Resolve, but this is just me talking. This is just a talking head video. I appreciate you coming in, and if you stuck with me this far, awesome. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It will really help this baby channel with when I'm posting this video today. I have 3 subs on this new channel, so that would be great, man. That'd be great help. I hope you all have a blessed day, Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.